going? Hey everybody. This is my second experiment into live streaming on Twitch. And I'm just going to see how this goes today. Okay, it looks like we're live. And it doesn't look like anybody's on watching, but that's okay. Got to start somewhere. I think this is recording. Yesterday's stream that I tried out, I didn't have it set to actually record the content, so hopefully today, part of the reason I'm doing this today is to see if this actually records so that people can look at it in the future. But alright, I'm just going to start. So, looking for excuses to do live drawing, I just found this old drawing prompt book. You know, these coffee table books that people have, whatever. I don't even know where this came from years ago. And my sons drew in it for a bit, and then they got bored. So I started drawing in it. There's a mishmash of things like the 3 blind mice. I did a flamingo. One of my sons drew the fleur-de-lis down here. My son drew a lit candle and an hourglass. There's all kinds of random stuff in here, of course. So my thought today was that I would just scroll to certain pages and draw stuff. As you can see, I have drawn in the past the Cheshire, how do you say that? Cat, potato head man. Kind of like the potato head man. I think I mostly just drew a pencil in this thing. There's a crocodile up there. What else do I got here? Battleship, yeah. There was one in here, drawbridge and a moat. Oh, that's an interesting angle. Excuse me. This was quite a while ago. I don't even remember doing this stuff. Witch's brew, wooden clogs, cassette tape. Oh, this is kind of a realistic drawing there. Ooh, I like this one. That one I did in pen, ballpoint pen. Something bursting into flames. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to randomly flip to whatever page here. Okay, Jester's hat. That's what we're starting with today. Maybe I'll start in ink and see how that goes. Jester's hat. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get this more centered for everybody. Yeah, I think drawing in ink is the way to go for me. This already feels good. This is going to be a jester who's actually not super in the jesting kind of mood. Is my thought. How ironic, right? But since the prompt is the jester's hat, I guess I'll make that fairly prominent in this. The thing I like about these prompt things too is, especially doing it live here, I don't have the ability, and I don't want to have the ability to do any, much like Julian and I did on our live drawings. No research, no reference, just what comes to mind in the moment, however wrong or misguided that may be. Yeah, that's a fairly robust jester's hat, I would say. From years of looking at playing card decks with the Joker and all that. I'm curious, is there... Right on. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. I just found it now. Hey, hey. I can't. You got to do color, right? If it's a jester, you got to do color. What do I got for colors here? I'm just going to grab whatever I can find. Here's an orange. Again, no reference. I can't remember exactly how Jester's cap really goes. And I don't really care. I'm just going to make it up. Nice, Brett. Nice. Good pun. Good wordplay. And nice to see you, Mr. DeVille. It's been a while. Hope things are well with you, sir. I would like a green. All right. Hopefully this green works. Yeah, it does. Thanks. Yeah, I have been thinking about trying out Twitch for a while, and I have finally overcome some of my technical hurdles, and so far I'm liking it. I like the way this operates, and I just got to get more familiar, like anything. Oh, it's very loud. Interesting. I wonder, can I tweak the volume on that? I guess the mic, I pointed the mic a little better this time. So you know what? Let me bring that down. And let me know if that volume level sounds better. See, this is all about dialing it in. Danix, is that a better volume? Should I go even further lower? Well, let me know. Oh, the pencil sharpener's loud. Got it. So is the mic too low now? Man, this is fascinating. Okay. Is this any better? I moved the mic a little closer. Too low. Okay. Back up. All right, I moved it back up. Hopefully that's somewhat better. Okay, cool. All right, I just got to be mindful of maybe where I place the pencil sharpener and when I choose to use it. I got one of those fancy electric ones because I got no time to waste on sharpening pencils. Okay. I think I'm happy with that jester's hat. All right, let's see what other rando thing we find here. Oh, it's all like, ooh, the all-seeing eye. All right, I can't resist that. We'll get all mystical and mystic on us today. Yeah, it'll be good if I can get Julian back, because I don't know. I don't know if anybody cares to hear me yammer on, but on my own I just get quiet, because I always got quiet when I draw. So hopefully it's not too boring. You can just watch what I'm doing, I hope. But I will say that using the prompt book's not a bad idea, right? Yeah, I like the way this is working. Okay. Let's see now. Sort of a greenish eye. Like a bizarre sort of yellowy tinge around the edge. I don't know why. Just to make it a little more interesting. And then we'll just see what a little bit of coloring does for us. Let's do a little shading in here as well. I think that'll make it a little more dramatic for the lighting, right? The all-seeing eye. This paper's not bad in this book. It kind of takes to both the ink and the pencil quite well. I've learned over the years the materials really do matter a lot, whereas I used to not care too much. I've learned it makes a big difference. Okay, I think I'm pleased enough with that. All right. Actually, so I'm going to add one little bit of shading to the horizon line here. Why? I don't know. Just want to define the ground plane a little more. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, I guess I'll just flip the pages till I see something else I like to do. Oh, look at that. I drew a little garden gnome. That's some ballpoint pen too. Gingerbread man. Okay. A little early for Christmassy things, but why not? This is a gingerbread man who's seen some action. Okay. Yeah, not surprising. The stores are already jumping on Christmas. I mean, they do it as early as they possibly can because sales, sales, sales. We all know how it works, unfortunately. I guess I'll use green for his mouth. Yeah, that brown works all right for a gingerbread man. In fact, that's pretty good gingerbread color, in my opinion. Okay, let's add a little shadow here. Cool, that works for me. Alright, moving on. I'll go this way. Looks like I already did cowboy boots here. With a weird, oh, it's a scorpion. I was like, what is that thing? I don't even know what I drew. Bird's nest, bonfire, aquarium. That could be interesting. Let's do aquarium. struck me, so that's what I'm going for. Oh, yes, I just saw Danex. I just saw your latest comment on the chat. Yeah, turns out I didn't have it set on my account to preserve or keep the recording I did. So live and learn. And I was living and learning yesterday that, oh, okay, so I went and changed the setting. So hopefully part of the reason I'm motivated today to the very next day to do another live stream was to see if I can preserve the content today, because I changed the settings, so it should work now. But yeah, unfortunately, yesterday's live stream, my first one, it was lost to the ether because I didn't have my settings correct to preserve the video. So apologies for everybody who I was telling on that session yesterday that I was going to post it on YouTube. Wasn't able to because as soon as it ended, that was it. But hopefully today's will be preserved, and I'll post it on YouTube as well. And we'll go from there. I like this way this aquarium drawing is turning out. Obviously this fellow is well fed in his aquarium. Who he happens to share the space with. I remember how the filter things work on the aquariums, but it's been a while. I used to have an aquarium a long time ago. Mostly just goldfish. Nothing too exotic. Add a little doggy there. That feels pretty good. Let's add some color to this fella. Okay, watch out. I'm going to use the pencil sharpener, everyone, so it might get loud. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Just want to add a little color to this. Okay, pencil sharpener one more time. Alright, good, because I got the mic a little further from it now and angled away from it, so again, hopefully that makes it a little more pleasant. add some little pebbles in the bottom here, color them up. Takes a while to do this, but I always love the effect of it, of multicolored little pebbles that you always typically see in the bottoms of aquariums. I'm just glancing at my time. I'm almost up to 30 minutes, so I guess I'll plan to do one more drawing after this, and then we'll call it a day today. But I am thankful for everybody that showed up to check this out. And I will continue to experiment with creating this channel on Twitch, because yeah, it's been fun to do so far. I like the way it works. Curious to see what this feels like to post this onto YouTube and see what happens over there. Cross-pollinate and all that. Alright. Much like the gingerbread man, I'll use the same brown for this guy. It just feels like a big brown fish to me. Is he a fish? I don't know. Fish-like. Maybe I'll just do this regularly until Julian and I can get a new live drawing joint thing figured out, because doing the prompts isn't bad so far, and it'd be kind of fun to fill a book. And this is good reason, good incentive to do it. Yeah, multi-platforms, that's me. Like every artist these days, just shilling as best as we can, but possible to keep up with the ever-changing landscape of technology and billionaires and their businesses. Ugh, gross. Thanks, Tethercat. Yes, I will continue to shill at my best. I'm glad you like the pin, though. And that was just a lucky thing. I did that pin many years ago for this awesome dude, Avery, who did these special pins, and he asked me to do one, and I did the hidden people, hidden person riding that barrel rope. Anyway, he sold a bunch of those years and years and years ago. And then just recently, I think he's gotten out of the pin business, but he found a whole box of them and asked them if I wanted to have them to distribute on the Grickle merch store. So I'm glad they're back and available, and I'm glad people are enjoying them. A little piece of history, that pin. Grickle history, for whatever that's worth. Okay, I really got into this aquarium drawing. I didn't expect to spend as much time on it as I've done, but that's the way drawings go sometimes. But I'm quite pleased with it. select one more thing to draw. I know I've gone over my 30 minutes, but whatever. Nobody's holding me to anything. Yeah, I quite like this. Oh, you know what? I should color the fish food canister. You too, Tethercat. Have a great day. Thanks for popping in. Gosh, was I drawing? You know, I was on screen. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick one more thing, because why not? Here, locket, class ring. No. Boomerang, centipede. Dark alleyway. Dartboard factory. Gosh, some of these are going to be hard to draw in terms of inspiration. Titanic, A Nightmare, Tiger Claw, Star Constellations, Maracas, Jackpot, Laboratory, Rastafarian, your favorite logo, famous sign. Oh my gosh, I'm losing the ability to make a choice here. Sorry, folks. Animals, biplane, banana split, orchid. Nope, not feeling it, not feeling it. Come on, one more. What are we going to end on? A closet, a laughing donkey, something futuristic, panda bear, time capsule. Boy, some of these are really rando. Circus tent, skyline, animated Martian, excited face. We'll end on excited face. You know? Something simple to end on here, guys. Folks. I can't help it. It's just culturally, you know, ingrained at this point is that damn Home Alone poster. Someone says excited face, which I guess, you know. All right, let's dig a little deeper there. I mean, honestly, that's from The Scream, that painting, right? That pose. But I mean, you just can't get a more excited. Well, this is more surprised. Excited face? It could be a pleasant experience. I went with a terrified experience, but both can be categorized, I believe, as excited. I mean, he's not really terrified. He's just surprised. He just cannot believe what he's witnessing. Thank you, Danix, for the flattery there. Unless that's just an expression of horror. Could be. Do I have? Oh, I do have a red. Okay, excellent. Give some real spatial depth there to the mouth, cavernous mouth. Just this is a good simple one. Oh, I take that as a huge compliment, Susumi Cat. Funny enough, bringing up Edward Gorey, I really, I mean, I was always aware of Edward Gorey. I never really paid a lot of attention to his art until recently. In the last couple of years, I've been kicking myself like, why wasn't I super researching, looking, absorbing all of this? Because, yeah, Edward Gorey is incredible. And I went down I'm still on a long journey of seeking out all the book covers he's done over his career, because they're incredible. If you haven't yet experienced or read any of the John Bellairs books, Edward Gorey did a whole bunch of covers through the 70s and 80s for John Bellairs stories. They're so good. I really enjoy the stories. They're sort of young people horror, but they're really well written. There's incredible stuff, and man, they're just as scary as anything for adults as far as I'm concerned. The Mansion in the Mist, so good. But the Edward Gorey covers are just like the cherry on top of the sundae for them. They're incredible. So yeah, I've been seeking out those books, and that's kind of what got me just mesmerized by everything Gorey's done. So anyway, huge compliment. Thank you for that. I am nowhere near the skill level of Edward Gorey, but I'm glad that somewhat evokes that kind of vibe, because man, that's the cream of the crop. All right. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Well, you know what? I'll add, because it's a cartoon, I can add these. That'll really amp up the expression, right? Like, holy smokes, he can't believe it. All right, well, nearly 40 minutes of drawing. That's good. Again, thank you everybody that showed up for this, and I'm kind of excited to actually end this stream, the live part of it, and see if it actually now exists as a recording that I can then post on YouTube along with it being here on Twitch. So thanks everybody, and technically that went pretty smooth. That was way smoother, technically speaking, than yesterday. And Danix, thanks again for the help yesterday, and thanks for showing up again today. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'm going to end it right there, and I will see you again hopefully soon. Cool.